What's up? I took the hooligan pre workout again. Not often I take a pre workout 2 days in a row, but it was so badass yesterday I decided to take it again today. I wanted to ask a question. I don't know. I just want to put this out there. Um, I got, they got I think it's Leonardo, no, no, I don't know, Leonardo da Vinci, how he has like the perfect human, like how I forgot what it's called, but it's just a drawing of a person with like the perfect appendages, I guess, like lengths and dimensions, and I wanted to something I always found weird about myself. I got scoliosis. I've said it a million times. So I'm like 5'4" to 5'5", depending on the time of day and what side of the head you measure me on, or that kind of deal. Like, yeah, I'm like 5'4" or 5'5". Never one or the other, but usually somewhere in between. And the scoliosis does make me shorter. Uh, I don't have like a bad severe curvature. It's moderate. It's just the placement of the curvature causes a lot of nerve issues. That's pretty much what's going on. It's where, and it runs all the way up into my neck. But where a lot of the pain comes in is from where it's at. But it's too bad to the point where I can't serve in armed forces, which I tried years and years ago. I wanted to go in the Coast Guard, but it's not like just absolutely horrible, in other words. So it does make me a bit shorter. I'm not sure to what degree it makes me shorter, but I have a 69-inch wingspan, and typically your wingspan is supposed to be equivalent to your height. Uh, but the other weird thing is I got short hands. So I got long arms. That's why my arms never like look big. I got long arms, but short fingers. I have a short torso, but so, but a little bit longer legs. So that's why I typically look pretty fat. And my legs are slightly longer than what they should be, which is kind of crazy because I got massive legs. But yeah, it's something I found weird that I haven't seen with many people. Is I got my hands are like right at 7 inches in length, I guess. My palm, depending on what I've been doing, if I've been doing a lot of boxing, a lot of weightlifting, my hand thickness increases, where if you like measure around my palm, it'll be like 10 inches. Right now it's like 9.5, I believe. I'd have to double check. It's hard to remember all this crap, but yeah, I got long arms, but these short, stubby fingers. Well, again, I'm not sure what degree the scoliosis affects my height. I'm not sure if I never had it, if I would be 5'8", 5'9". I'm not sure if it's that big of a degree. Maybe it is. I mean, if you think about it, I was born with it. So if you think about it, uh, it, if you think of it in terms of inches, if I'm 64 to 65 inches and my wingspan is 69 inches, it's actually about 69 and a half. That's not even a 10% degree, maybe like an 8% or so. So that is believable, I guess. I have moderate scoliosis. The curvature cannot be found due to how it's set up, like it's different in different places. I mean, if you compare it with other X-rays, uh, it it looks like about 30 degrees. But again, it's where it's at that hurts me. The nerves and all that. That's just where it's at. So, but yeah, 69-inch wingspan, 7-inch length hands. This is something I want to. I don't know if anybody knows of anyone else of something I always found weird. why are my hands so short? I have these long arms, uh, slightly longer legs, and slightly a shorter torso. Technically, I almost have like the damn perfect build for a sumo deadlift, but what happens is I would need a highly knowledgeable individual who understands X-rays and the anatomy and things to a far better degree than me, who could look at me. Because what happens, like if I stand in a deadlift stance, hex bar, straight bar, anything, my if you blindfold me, my natural inclination is to like have one of my feet, I believe it's my right foot, stick out further and out than the left foot. Could be the other way around, I forgot. But that's what happens like every single time. Like, well, my feet will stick out further than the other one. Now, I'm not talking an inch, I'm talking a half a foot in difference. To the point where if you blindfold me and I'm naturally just standing there about to pick something up, my right foot is, yeah, it's my right foot. I was kind of doing it. It's further out than the left foot. So it kind of makes me wonder, like, it's hard to find out the perfect deadlift stance. I'm built to sumo deadlift. I'm built for it. But the wider stance makes it harder due to my body, the leverages, like pulling on the bar at different times, to the point where everything isn't engaged at the same time due to their starting position. And if I had a coach, a very knowledgeable coach that knew this, where they could like fix my form based on my x-rays and where I could engage everything simultaneously, I think there could be a pretty big difference in what I'm pulling. I mean, I'm not sure, since I lean on the left, should I wear a damn heel lift on the left side and barefoot on the right and deadlift? Have where the hips are in a neutral position, because in every single exercise, my right hips are, the starting position will be higher up than the left hips. squat. I mean, a lot of people get that from muscular imbalances, which I do have that, but its cause is from something I can't fix. So, and I mean, yeah, when you squat, one side of the hip is sticking out more than the other. Well, in my case, it's because one side of my hip sits higher than the other side. It makes me think, like, oh, it shouldn't be like that, but maybe it should. Like, if I was to fix that, I wonder how many bad muscular imbalances I would create from making one side of my body even with the other, even though the underlying problem, scoliosis, curvature happening more on one side than the other, is still there. I don't know anything about cars, but it's like you're having issues accelerating. Like it's the car's just not breathing. Like you got like an exhaust leak. Say that, like an exhaust leak, and it's just not fully there. And you're thinking, oh, okay, so I should give it more. So I should put a cold air intake on the vehicle while having this exhaust leak. Again, I don't know a damn thing, so don't don't judge me on this. I am not a mechanic. I'm just going off of my 5-year-old knowledge on vehicles. You're fixing the wrong deal. You're like, oh, my car's struggling to accelerate and breathe, so I'm going to put a cold air intake on it instead of fixing the exhaust leak. So when you're lifting weights and I have one side of my hip shooting higher than the other, and that's like my natural deal, that's my natural stance. It's not from like a muscle weakness, that's just my natural stance. If I was to like fix that, I'm wondering like how many other issues would arise. Again, this is stuff no one's talking about, so I don't. I'm a free thinker, so I don't have anything to really go off of. I wish there was more research and stuff on this. So, I wish there was a more refined way for people's scoliosis to train. I mean, from personal experience with my kind, I can give tips and advice where people shouldn't train with like a Yukon bar. You shouldn't squat with a Duffalo bar or a Yukon bar or a SSB bar. The reason why is because when I squat, since one side is higher, kind of like my two fingers, the bar will do that. The bar will be kind of like this instead of like this. But when you have an SSB bar or a Yukon bar, that bar is stuck and it can't adjust if you have scoliosis, or even if you don't, even if it's muscle imbalances, which causes pain. I remember I've experimented with both of them. I own a Yukon bar, Titan Fitness's version of the Duffalo bar. I've used the SSB bar. I considered buying one, but I wanted to try it out at the gym first. I didn't get a Yukon bar only for squatting. It's gonna be an experiment, but I wanted to get it for lots of things. Pressing, one arm lifts, lots of things. There's more than just squats that I want to get it for. So the SSB bar, there's not really anything else you can do with that besides squats. So I tried out the gym, and for me, it's the worst piece of equipment ever. For me, I see its purpose. It looked really cool, but I can't use it. I can't. I may have videos talked about that before. It forces me in a position my body is not meant to be in. You can kind of look at like chiropractors in a way. They will temporarily adjust and loosen things, but they're not fixing the underlying problem. Honestly, they could be causing more harm than good. In my case, that's what happened. In a long-term standpoint, my experience, it caused more harm than good because my back just wouldn't, it kept getting re-injured. Man, I have old training vlog videos talking about it. Just, I could not train my back. So what would I do? I'd go to the chiropractor. I'd feel kind of good, give some relief, but it like made me more susceptible to injuries. So, and I mean, that's what was going on. I wasn't lifting heavy either. I was getting hurt with weights that were like half my max, which has never happened before. I stopped going to the chiropractor. Guess what? That stopped happening. And it does depend on what the chiropractors are doing. I can say I've had the Y strap done and the Cipriano videos. Maybe he does it better. I don't know. Joseph Cipriano. But I didn't get anything out of it. Nothing. I got scoliosis, but yeah, nothing. What hit me well was when a chiropractor would pull on my legs. My hips sit uneven, but when the chiropractor would do the little leg pull, you're lying down, flat on your back, that is what helped the most. That after having that done, I could lift more. I felt better. I went to a couple different chiropractors, so I could say that the leg pull, I had great experiences. I could go to the gym, back squat, everything just felt easier. Which I might plan on going to a chiropractor and having that done again if I have some crazy max out planned where I want to be at my best. So, which I have a couple things I want to try. Right now, overall, I think my back is the strongest it's ever been overall. There's certain things I can't beat my previous self at, certain things, but overall as a whole, yeah, if you add up the damn 100 exercises instead of a powerlifting 3 exercise total, let's say if you have 100 exercise total, I'm at my back is at its best right now. Possibly everything's at its best. I'm not too sure, but I know for a fact my back is. And one exercise I am preparing for a 1 rep max out is the 1-arm deadlift. Because I remember I've done 500 on like 2 or 3 occasions. And I'm ready to get a weight, 525. I want to hit that. That's a weight I failed at in 2018 when I was arguably at my peak. In a lot of ways, I was very strong, 400-pound Zercher lunge, that kind of territory. My rows were incredibly strong, and so I want to beat that. I want to hit, because I attempted it. I remember I felt great. Everything was just ready to go. I got 525 off the ground halfway, but I couldn't finish it. It would mean a lot to me if I could do it now. It would be a clear deal. And the reason why, I think the one arm deadlift, the one arm Jefferson deadlift, is probably the best test of strength for me for back. I don't like train it really, but it's something I could do even when I injured my back from hex bar deadlift. It's something I could still do. That's another thing. When I do hex bar deadlift, the starting position, one hip is higher than the other, and the starting position on a lot of those movements gets all screwed up. I've hurt myself more on a hex bar than a straight bar. Anyways, this is another crazy long video. I just wanted to have a little rant. I like to walk and talk, kind of as my warm up. But yeah, that's it.